So as you can see right here, guys, these are the Tron Light Runners. I've got the blue one right here. This thing looks really, really cool. I love being able to drive around in here. Just look at the size of this place. It's like a massive grid warehouse. Alright, here we go. There's the wall. Oh, look at that. Look, it looks so cool. Hey everybody, it's Moonbo here, and welcome back to more Endless Scrap Mechanic. In today's episode of Scrap Mechanic Creations, we are going to be checking out these really cool Tron Light Runner vehicles. These things look absolutely fantastic, and as you can see, I've also made this extremely huge grid box. This thing is massive, so we're going to be checking them out. We're going to drive them around in here, and I also wanted to try a couple things out. We have this really nice mod that uses these grid patterns, so I was thinking maybe trying to build a couple things in there, and I was also going to try out a prototype for a light trail that would be left behind one of these cars when you're driving around. So let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm just hopping outside here so we can get a much better look with some light outside. So as you can see right here, guys, these are the Tron Light Runners. I've got the blue one right here. This thing looks really cool. And over here we also have the red one. So this is using a few mods. It's using the glowing mod pack, which is really good. That's what gives us these extremely very bright colors on this one here, and as you can see right here as well, these look absolutely fantastic. And I'm also using the bling mod pack as well, so that's how we get the very nice shiny finish on these other parts as well. So it looks absolutely fantastic. You can see on the inside here we have our driver's seat and passenger seat there. And I'm just so happy with the way these things look, guys. So we can just quickly get a nice view of it here. So this is the top view. Looks really cool. Down here we got the side view as well. And even in the front, I just think this turned out really good. I'm really happy with it. I'll show you guys, though. You can press the 1 key, and that increases your wheelbase just by a little bit. So, as you can see in the front there, we have some modded suspension, as well as in the back. And so, I did this because I mainly wanted to be able to drive inside of that huge box over there. But I figured, you know what, it might be nice to have a little bit of ground clearance when you are driving on terrain with this thing as well. Alright, so let's drive over here. I'm gonna get into this this blue one right here, and we are gonna drive this thing around inside this extremely massive grid. Just look at the size of this place, guys. This actually took me quite a bit of time as far as finishing it all up goes. I'm sorry if this gives you any bit of a headache, because the grid pattern can be a little bit much sometimes, but it looks so cool. I love being able to drive around in here. Just look at the size of this place. It's like a massive grid warehouse. So these cars, though, they do handle pretty good. As you can see, they don't really tip over too easily. Sometimes the wheels will freak out because they are on controllers and bearings, so every now and then they will kind of like flip over a little bit, but usually they're not too bad. It's mainly using thruster power as well as one gas engine, which powers the back wheels. I left the power off of the front wheels because otherwise they would get all caught up and really get all screwed up. Alright, so let's just park that one there. So the blue one and the red one, they are the exact same thing, obviously, just minus the color difference, but I figured, you know what, you gotta have one of each, right, if you're gonna be in here racing around with your friends. Oh, geez. Whoops. Smashing the wheels up, as you can see. So there you go. This is the red one, though. You can see the suspension in action there, actually. I have some suspension that's kind of hidden in the back there underneath some wedge pieces, and I was really happy with the way that turned out as well. Alright, so we're going to just pull this in right here to this corner. So I wanted to try and do a light trail that would go behind these cars. Now this is only going to be for the concept kind of reason, because otherwise it would probably be extremely laggy. So we're going to hop outside with one of these cars and we are going to try and do it. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little miniature track section right here. So here's what I'm kind of thinking, guys. I'm going to go back here. Now, I'm pretty sure this does have a center line here. Yes, it does. So if we maybe just paint something like that right there. So this is going to be the color indicator, and on that one there, it would be like a red one or something. Now, I don't know how this could ever really be implemented in the game properly, but who knows? So this is what I'm thinking here. We will maybe cut a slice out right here. Now, I was thinking of doing it in some type of sections, perhaps. So maybe if we just kind of do something right about here like this, maybe. And so what we can do, though, is maybe we'll put a piston here and a piston there. So we have the glow block, which is a really nice block, actually. So maybe if we just kind of drop that there, and this one right there like that. So we have a really cool modded sensor here. You can see this is the arrow that shows which way it's going. So if we put that here like that, and the other one, I believe, right about here, and we can just kind of cover that off with some normal blocks like that. So let's see here. I'm not sure if this is gonna work at all. Actually, no, we can't have that middle section, or else there'll be a gap in the wall. So let's actually just get rid of that, and I guess we'll just tie it to the front one right there. Alright, so let's see. This is gonna need to be a switch, and so is that one right there. Color mode will be on, and I believe it's this one right here. And the sensor, I guess the reach doesn't really matter. But we'll do the same thing with this one. Get the color going. It's also a switch, and put that there and there. Alright, so this is primary concept number 1. So actually, before we do go up there, I'm gonna need to color these. And actually, we should probably figure out how high they're gonna need to go. Some things you don't really think about. Alright, so let's just get rid of that there, and that. Alright, so we'll press that. It's gonna need to go up to maybe right about there. Let's see what that looks like. That looks pretty good there. It's unfortunate, though, that we need to have the black on the top there. I mean, I guess you could kind of really use the actual grid lines and do something like that with them. Otherwise, though, like as you can see, I'm just trying to actually hide the light pattern there by doing that. So we got the height, though, which was 6, so we can do the same thing here. And I think the speed is probably going to be good like that. Alright, so let's try this out. We've got sensors on each one there. Okay, good. We also have the color that it's going to read. Uh-oh. Actually, I think it's going to read it right here, which is not good. So you know what? Let's try and maybe think ahead here just a little bit here. And we're going to get rid of those there. So that way it's hopefully only going to pick up that one right there. Okay, so let's try this out. We will drop that down. I think it's no longer lined up anymore. I think we are definitely going to want to have this thing lined up for those sensors. We're going to see what happens if we just drive right over it. Ooh, did you see that? Okay, hold on here. There was some potential. Okay, hold on. I'm going to make this much longer now. Alright, so I've added a few more sections here of the light trail that would be behind the car. So let's try and test this out, guys. I'm super excited. That looked so much better than I thought it was going to. Alright, so we're all lined up here. Let's do this in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, man, that looks so cool. Oh, I want to make that even longer now. You know what? That is absolutely amazing. Do you see just the way it comes up right behind it? You get that nice light trail too. Oh, and that could be like a wall that would block other people. I don't know how I could ever implement this into the game itself, but man, that is so cool. Alright, we gotta try that again. Alright, so I wanted to try this again, but you know what? I had to do it in style, guys. Look at the length of this light rail now. I am so excited. It looks so cool. This thing is gonna be awesome. Alright, so let's get in here. We'll make sure we're all lined up. Yeah, look at that. The sensors are all lined up to the center there. So let's get into this driver's seat. Alright guys, so this is it. This is the long Tron Light Cycle Line thing test. This is it in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, we're going. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, we skipped some. We're going a little too fast. We need to remember that if we go too fast, we are just going to completely skip over the sensors, apparently. So you know what? I'm going to reset that, and we're going to try that one more time, a little bit slower. Alright, Tron Light Wall final test in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, here we go. There's the wall. One messed up. Oh, look at that. Look, it looks so cool. Oh. Wow, okay, so we had one or two of them there mess up a little bit. I guess, really, it was just a couple of them, wasn't it? That's not bad, though. Look at that. That is so cool, guys. So it's actually putting up a wall behind us as we drive. Now, like I did say, I am not too sure how we could ever really implement this practically and appropriately. Perhaps if we had a red wall and a blue wall side by side, depending on the direction you're going. I'm not too sure. There might be something there. Who knows, though? But there's one more thing I wanted to show you guys. The last thing I wanted to show you guys was this really cool Grid Modpack that has some awesome pieces in it. So I can show you guys real quick what they look like. So you got the grid there. Now, I can show you actually, though, that is how we kind of built the entire box over there. So you can see that this mod comes with different size grid patterns. So you can see this is the one I used on the main floor over there, so it's actually pretty huge, but this is the 1x1, and it has a whole bunch of these parts and pieces that I just thought looked absolutely fantastic, because you guys know I absolutely love the 80s, so I figured I would just kind of give you guys a bit of an idea of kind of like what you could do with these mods, and I was thinking of adding some kind of neat stuff into the that whole world there. Okay, I have to mention actually, there is some hitbox issues or something with this mod when it comes to the wedge pieces, I think. Those corner wedge pieces, actually. Because if you just saw, unfortunately, I don't know why, but if you look here, you can't put it down on the actual wedge piece again for some reason. You have to kind of work your way down and hope that you don't accidentally delete the wrong thing and have to start over. But this is just a really cool mod, guys. If you look at that, like, we can just get rid of that there. Now, look at this. Now we have this crazy-looking grid pattern. Obviously, you could make that thing much larger, and you'd have a really cool pyramid there. Because what I was thinking of doing was maybe eventually taking a whole bunch of cool pieces and then adding them into this world here, and maybe creating something even cooler. So there you go, guys. That is the really cool Tron Light Runner vehicle, as well as an amazing neon grid pattern mod, and we even tried out some prototype Tron light trails, maybe giving some ideas, some concepts perhaps to some more stuff that we could make in Scrap Mechanic one of these days. Who knows? So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to Endless Scrap Mechanic. If you enjoyed these builds, or if you enjoyed the video, then let me know by hitting that like button, maybe even subscribing for some of that Endless Scrap Mechanic if that is your thing, because it certainly is my thing. So thank you again, guys, for watching, and I will be seeing you in the next one, so bye for now.